Hello, everybody. How's it going today? It's Edwin with Strictly Comics back for an unboxing. Not even a comic book review, but for an unboxing. Before I get into it, I do want to thank everybody out there for the support. You know, I've gotten some views, some comments, some questions like that. So just early on with the support that I've been getting already, I just want to say thank you to everybody. And I don't do this just, so that I can enjoy it, but I just hope that everybody out there is enjoying the videos as well, because if you like comics as much as I do, and a lot of you guys out there probably like it a lot more than I do, then you'll enjoy these videos. Not everything is going to be modern. I might cover some copper, bronze, maybe some Silver Age. Not a whole lot because I don't have too many Silver Age books, but so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. But anyways, I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to go from bad to good today. I got a package in the mail, and I knew what it was because I was only expecting one package. It took a while to get here. The guy probably took maybe a good 5 to 7 days before he shipped it out. Overall, I guess I'm pleased with it, but anyways, let me get into it. But here's the packaging, right? Let me cover up my address. Here's the packaging, and it was just a simple bag. Or is it, the comics were in a blue, looks like a Walmart bag or something, I don't know. And the comics were together, and then they were taped to this cardboard. And then there was another piece of cardboard taped over that. So then it was just kind of like a folder. But I give the guy credit as far as inexpensive packaging. I don't give him good credit I give him good credit as far as the materials for inexpensive packaging, but I don't give him credit for the packaging itself, because had it dropped in water or rained or something like that, water could have easily gotten into the comics. But I know how people are on eBay. Some people charge too much for shipping because they're trying to make a little bit of extra money on the back end to at least cover their fees and listing prices and stuff like that. I understand. You're trying to bring in as much as possible, and you're trying to cut costs as much as possible to make the whole transition and purchase price as cost effective as possible. So packaging, dude gets like maybe a C minus. Anyways, I got some books that I was not really looking for, but when I come across this buyer or the seller, he implied that he was selling comic books for a guy that had a comic book store back in the 80s, and he had closed the shop in 89. He had storage where he had boxes and boxes of comics that had not been touched since 89. So he was giving the impression that these were near mint / mint unread condition. So I took that into serious consideration. Plus the pictures that he had scanned, some of them were actually really nice pictures. So I was like, you know what, I'll give this guy a shot. And let me just show you what I have. Now, this one is probably in the worst condition of the 4 that I have gotten already. And for some of you guys who don't know what this is X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. What is this? 221. I've been wanting this book for a while, preferably more like a CGC copy. But this is actually the first appearance of Mr. Sinister. And Mr. Sinister has played a key role as far as villains and the and the effects of certain characters throughout the X-Men universe. So this is kind of a key issue. He's not like a huge villain. Like I said, he's played his roles back in the 90s and somewhat in the 2000s, but this is actually a good. I haven't read any of these either. I haven't read any of these. I just wanted these because I actually got a really, 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 really good deal on these 4 books. So I was pleased with somewhat with the condition that they're in. But this one, like I said, is probably in the worst condition of the 4. This is probably make it like a 9.2, 9.4 at best. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not, but I definitely want to read it. So, I always aim for near mint plus to mint copies. The next one is Daredevil, Man Without Fear, number 181. Now, again, most of these books are before my time, and this book right here was actually a key issue back in the 80s. And the reason of that is because this is the death of Elektra. I haven't read it yet, but from what I read online, Bullseye and Elektra are fighting each other to see who is going to assassinate the Kingpin. And whoever wins between the two of them gets to assassinate the Kingpin. And in this book, as you all know, Elektra ends up dying. She ends up getting, Bullseye takes her sai and stabs her right in the gut with her own sai. So, pretty graphic for the 80s. But I'm definitely going to read this, check this out. This, like I said, this was a key issue back in the 80s. And for a long, long time, at high grade, you used to have a hard time getting this at an affordable price. But this one is probably a step up, maybe a little bit better condition. This is maybe a 9.4 condition. So yeah. The next book, I actually have a copy of this book already, but this one is in much better shape than the one that I have. And this is X Factor 24. Now, most people already know what this book is. This is the first appearance of Archangel. As you know, Apocalypse will take somebody and he'll just change them into by basically his own image or his own way of the way that person should look and have been changed. He kind of goes through an evolution a little bit. From Apocalypse, he is actually called Death, and it's supposed to be symbolic towards the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse from the book of Revelations in the Bible. But this book right here is 9.4 condition worst. I might even put this at a 9.6. I would probably aim closer to a 9.6 condition. That's like a near mint plus condition for this book. This is a high grade book. This is in much better shape than the one that I have. I have one right now that's probably 9.2, 9.4 at best. And this book right here is really, really in good shape. I'm seriously thinking about CGCing it, but I have a kind of a grading expert. I want him, a guy at the comic book shop that I volunteered for over the weekend. I want him to take a look at it, and I want to get his professional opinion because I usually don't send books in. Actually, I've never sent a book in to get a CGC'd, but if I do, I would never send a book in unless worst case scenario, I thought that it would get a 9.6. In my opinion, especially for a modern book, modern books should always be 9.8 at worst case scenario because they're brand new. They just got off the printing shelves, the printing press, and got put on the shelves at the shop. So I would never get a comic book graded, especially modern, unless it was a 9.8. And I usually wouldn't take the chance of sending any other comic books in unless they were like 9.6 worst case scenario, unless of course you're talking about copper and silver age books. And even then I would go as low as at 8.0, 8.5 for a silver age, and maybe a 9.0, 9.2, worst case scenario for like a Copper Age, just because there's really no excuse for those books to not be in fabulous shape unless the original owner just didn't take care of them and treated them like crap. So anyways, very, very nice book. And I never took notice of this before, but like right over here, you see like Apocalypse on the side, and I have never noticed that before. So, you know, you just see this huge picture of the Archangel, and then I took notice of Apocalypse down there on the side. Anyways, drink my coffee before it gets cold. Now this book right here is just in magnificent condition. I would never look for this book usually, but because of the condition of the book that it's in, I was like, I'm just going to get it. And not only that, but like I said, it was very affordable. And we have Incredible Hulk 333. Now, one of my favorite artists of all time, and even still to this day, even though he hardly ever draws anything anymore, is Todd McFarlane. I think Todd McFarlane is one of the best comic book artists ever. Ever. So I was really happy when I got this. Plus, I had seen a signature series of people signing right on the chest of the Hulk because it's all in black. And so it would look really good in a silver Sharpie of either McFarlane or Stan Lee. But this book is in at least 9.6 condition. I would even push this book into a 9.8. This is a very, very, very high grade copy. And I was very pleased with this. That's why with this book and the last book, I could probably say that I'm maybe a B average for this comic book haul, because the last two are in just wonderful shape, but the first two are in, had I seen the condition of the books, I would not have paid what I paid for them. I would have gone down even less. But anyways, I'm starting to ramble on. Stay tuned for my comic book review, new comic books of the week. My comic book shop, I just went by there. They said they haven't even gotten the books yet because of the Memorial Day weekend, because of the holiday weekend. He said at best it would be late tonight, that they would get the books. So I'm really just anticipating doing a comic book review of the new comic books for this week tomorrow on Thursday. So look out for that. And again, thank you so much for the support and the comments. I do hope you guys enjoy this. Keep God first. Enjoy your comics. And God bless you guys. I'm out of here.